This series presents information based in part on theory and conjecture.
The facts that will be presented are true. Scientists representing the world's foremost research centers took part in the examination of the evidence.
The Jersey Devil. El Chupacabra. Psychokinesis. The Mothman. UFOs.
Spontaneous human combustion.
Unsolved mysteries. I'm Chris,
I'm Chad.
and together we're a pair of normal guys.
Haha.
Again,
Yeah, sure.
back.
Yeah.
Tell a friend.
Some shady. Something. Hello, Chris. How are you, sir?
Oh, hey, I'm here.
This basement smells completely different than last time I was here.
Better or worse?
50-50. I don't know.
It smells like
depends
50?
on where you're at in the room.
Oh,
No.
I think it's because of you.
Is it?
Yeah,
It's that rancid almond smell that you can smell.
cyanide.
Yeah, something. I don't know.
Anyway, yeah.
There's a suture and maybe some drainage. I don't know. It's all internal, so you can't see it.
Okay. Speaking of sutures and stuff, how's it going?
Well, I'm supposed to be on the mend, I hope. For all of our listeners that have thought at least one of us was dead or something. In case you didn't know, just to give you a quick update why we haven't been on for a while, I got extremely sick with my gastroparesis issues. And insurance would not do the normal procedure to replace my implant that I have. So I had to go to Cleveland Clinic. I went up for a surgery, and we had a big cancer scare. They thought I had cancer all over the place. So they biopsied one section.
All over the place?
Yeah, from my esophagus and then down at the bottom of my stomach. The one at the bottom of my stomach ended up being some sort of thing that's not supposed to be there, but it's benign, and they don't want to take it out because it's kind of a risky spot. And then the stuff in my throat, they had me come back, go to some more specialists, have my heart checked out because my EKG looked funky, and they thought I'd had a heart attack. And then they checked that out and said, well, there's nothing we can really do here, so I had to go back up for the surgery again. They biopsied the stuff up top. It is abnormal, but it is also benign, and they went on and did a pylora muscle procedure where it's called a pop. They cut the muscle at the bottom of my stomach, put in 4 clamps and make sure I wasn't a leaky cheeky, and then sent me back and said it's going to be about 3 months before we know if it'll do the job. So that's kind of what I've been doing.
In a nutshell.
Wah, wah. Yeah, the condensed version, sure.
That was condensed?
Yeah,
Holy
it
crap.
was. There's a lot more involved, but I didn't want to bore everybody with that because there was no Bigfoot involved.
Yeah, too late.
Yeah, thanks.
I'm joking.
I know.
Whatever.
Chris just wrote me off. He said he was going to sell the equipment and buy a boat
Well,
or something.
be a little boat.
A little boat, yep. So, Chris, how are you?
Hey, I'm fine.
are you?
I've just been, biding my time, sculpting.
Have you?
Yep.
Yeah. How's that going?
Oh, pretty good. I mean, for people that have gotten your hints here or there that I kind of like throw away as soon as you throw them out,
Uh-huh.
I'm sculpting some stuff.
Yeah.
Seth Breedlove of Small Town Monsters is
Name
my
drop.
#1 fan.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
But no, Seth's got at least one of my things. Who was the Kentucky Paranormal Museum and Research Center? What is their official name, Chad?
Um,
Kentucky. International Paranormal
Museum.
and...
Don't throw it on me because you've talked to them more than I have.
Well, they've got a really long name.
I know. They're in Somerset, Kentucky.
It's Somerset, Kentucky Paranormal Research Museum and Center. And fair.
Yeah, check them out anyway.
There'll be a link.
Hey, Google.
But they've got the one that I did last fall, the big old Hopkinsville Goblin House.
Yeah, that's nice.
Turned out being way bigger than
It's
I
got
thought it was going
lights.
to be.
And
Merry-go-round.
did it have any sounds?
No.
Did it have any motion-activated features?
Machine.
I think one of the aliens is actually peeing on a window.
He is.
Yeah, he's like, take that, you
He's
Kentucky.
like, hey, you redneck hicks,
you
come out
Kentucky
of your
hillbillies,
house.
PPP.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm doing if ever I can, get Seth to quit making me sculpt weird anime character girls for him.
Uh-huh.
Which I don't get that. I don't know why
So,
he wants those.
has Seth...
I'm going to start making some stuff to throw up and sell for the general
Is Seth now
audience.
officially your number one man crush over John Hamm?
Who's John Hamm?
Exactly. Anyway.
Well, hey.
He's a madman.
Well, Chad, I mean, what would paranormal guys be but...
I don't know what.
Plug for for Small Town
God.
Monsters.
Plug.
Anyway, so yeah. But yeah, I'm trying to get a few things together that I can kind of like mold or do quick little projects that I can throw things up for general sales.
You know what? Before this week's over, I think I want to take one of your sculptures and try to sell it off to one of our lucky listeners.
Okay.
I think I want to do that.
Which is it one that I want you to sell?
I don't know.
Or are you just going to take one?
I think I'll Loch Ness Monster. I'm going to sell one of your
Okay.
I'm probably going to sell your Loch Ness Monster
Okay,
sculpture.
because I was going to say two of them belong to my daughters. One is actually yours, and then one is the one that I have to deliver to Seth.
All the random pieces that are the same color as the ones that belong to your daughters that are laying on the floor where they were broken. It'll be understood. They'll be fine.
Sell off that dog man.
I'm keeping Dog Man.
Oh, okay.
We'll put that with my 5.5 Masters Universe figures.
Same
I
scale.
don't have any of those, but
Anyway. So yeah, that's all I've really been doing is trying to get some sculpting done.
Well, nice. Well, that's good. I feel like we're caught up now.
There you go.
Yeah.
We
So
are.
everybody out there, we're not dead. I'm not dead yet.
No.
So, yeah.
Yet.
Yeah.
Because
Another
isn't that the name of Phil Collins' tour he's doing this time? He's going to the Still Not Dead Yet tour.
I think so. Where he finally does admit he poops in the shower.
Don't you?
I mean, so I thought that's what that little thing was for, so you could push it down with your foot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I believe on this, our welcome back episode.
Don't we have to renumber this one like issue number 0?
Zero.
Like they do when
We're
they
gonna-
restarted Marvel.
like the new 52?
Come up with some garbage while Spider-Man has organic webs and then just forget about it.
And for some reason, you're Hispanic now.
Hola. It's fine.
It is. This is episode 1A.
I actually liked Into the Spider-Verse.
I did too. It
that
was actually really good.
Yeah, it was good. They fleshed out the Miles Morales character a lot better than
Yes.
the comic did.
Yes.
Yes.
So anyway, I think on this one we're not gonna, do any bells and whistles.
Is this non-formal?
This is a non-formal welcome back episode, so
Okay.
there's not going to be any, crazy, hey everybody, it's a story, or crap like that.
Okay.
We're just going to go right into it.
All right.
But we do have a couple announcements of upcoming events that you may be interested in if you are up to date with the paranormal world and community.
Would this still be like a pair announcement board thing?
Well, we're doing 2, and there are announcements. So it probably might be...
A pair?
It might be something like, even if you were going to do that and turn that little knob and put this up, it might go something like this if you were going to do it, Chad.
The pair announcement board. Yes.
That might be what it sounded like if you did that.
Really? All right. Well, let's talk about that then.
Yes.
You ready? Ready?
Ready? I don't know what to do when I have to do it.
I know. All right, guys. Well, let me tell you about this. If you're familiar with Horror Hound Weekend.
With what hound?
Horror Hound.
Oh, horror.
Horror.
Oh.
Horror. I'll say it like they did, and the British people do, so it doesn't sound so sketchy. Horror.
What's that candy?
What
Isn't that
candy?
whorehound candy?
I don't know. Maybe.
I think it is.
Houndstooth.
What flavor is it supposed to be?
Fishy. Anyway,
Dun-dun.
yeah, Horror Hound Weekend is in Indianapolis, Indiana, but within that convention, there is going to be the Fact or Fiction Fest, which our good friend Jeff Byers with Creature Replica, who makes some really nice 7-inch scale
Yetis.
cryptid figures. Oh, there's all
Well, I
kinds
mean,
of stuff.
Jeff doesn't make them.
Well, you know, they have to produce them.
Oh.
Gene St. Jean actually sells those. Anyway, that's September 6th through 8th. And Bob Gimlin is going to be there from the Patterson Gimlin footage.
The hell you say?
That's right. Doesn't feel natural. But
what
he
she
will be
said.
there. And Jeff has said this is going to be his last big convention. So if you'd like to go see
Jeff's not doing any more conventions?
Bob Gimlin.
Oh.
Jeff said that this will be Bob Gimlin's
Oh.
last big
Gotcha.
convention. So if you would like to go see the legendary Bob Gimlin and touch the ether
Wait.
of the Gimlin-Patterson footage,
What?
yeah, you know, the magical, mystical feeling that you get when you're near somebody who's part of some sort of history. Whatever, just shut up.
Okay.
Anyway, go see him. Go attend. It'll be fun.
Tell him that Chad sent you.
Tell him that a paranormal guy sent you.
And
they'll
he'll
be
look
like,
at you and go, "What?
leave. Leave.
Security."
Yep, security. And the other big announcement actually is going to be around the same time. So you could hit both and enjoy yourself thoroughly is CryptidCon. We have been vendors at CryptidCon before. It's a lot of fun. And our good friend Seth Breedlove will be there, along with another batch of grand celebrities and vendors and all that stuff. So that is going to be on September 7th and September 8th at the Clarion Hotel in Lexington,
All right,
Kentucky.
they moved it this year. It was
They-
had been in Frankfurt. And now
It
they're
was.
going to Lexington.
It is. It's in Lexington now, so there you go. Really close for us.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
That's it.
And we have grand ambitions of going back there for next year to actually have a setup and everything.
Yeah, that's true.
This year is a little bit wonky.
Yeah, a lot going on. So
That's right. Things and stuff.
things and stuff. That's
Right.
right. Just because.
So, we've been talking, Chad, all of this. We've been off because of your health, and, I've just been kind of biding my time and everything. And really, we weren't prepared to come back at all for a while still. But two things recently have happened that just, it was that like when Trump got elected president for all of the late night hosts. This was okay, this is our time. This is what we have to do. So, and of course I'm talking about, the storming of Area 51 and the rise of Meth-Gators.
This is true. These are two elements that it's like, I don't know, two stones in the Infinity Gauntlet.
Sorry, we couldn't not do a show.
Yeah. We needed to talk about these things a little bit.
So, how's your, and I don't even know if I'm pronouncing this right. That's how far my finger is off the pulse, but how's your Naruto-running, Chad?
My Naruto,
Yeah.
I mean, with his arms behind him,
Yeah.
still like always.
You apparently they say that if you do that, you can run faster than their bullets that they're shooting at you, but I see it just as you're putting your face closer to the bullet hitting you.
Well, I'll put it like this. What happens in animation is very different than what happens in the real world.
What?
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I didn't believe it at first
You
either.
mean you can walk off of a cliff and if you don't realize it, you're going to fall?
Yeah, for at least
Oh.
6 months I was trying to find a girl to go on a date on that actually had like fox ears and an actual tail, but it doesn't. It's all just costume.
Oh.
Yeah, it's fake.
So yeah, on what is it, September 20th, you too can join these are the numbers as of July 18th.
Mm-hmm. I know Danny Trejo's going to be there.
Oh, Machete.
Machete in space.
1.7 million have signed up on Facebook saying they are going. With 1.3 million extras saying they're interested.
I wonder how many people have gotten excited because they thought they could sell a surplus of rubber bullets to the government for that date.
So so keep that September 20th. So you signed up, didn't you, Chad?
No.
I thought you told me you had signed up to as going.
No, I think the only plans I had were I'm going to try to piece together all of the smartphone footage that people take, edit it into a video, and put immigrant song in the background, and watch them get their asses beat or shot at by the government or tased or whatever.
What's funny is the guy that came up with it, what's his name? Matty Roberts is what I could find online.
Fake.
I think he has seen the error of his ways, because just a day or two ago, there was a blurb from him up there saying, look, I started this as a joke. I had no idea it was going to turn into this. I'm sorry. Don't go to Area 51. So I think he's finally got to that point where, holy crap, something's going to happen.
Well, and then he'll be liable. There might be a liability issue.
You're going to get a knock on the door from some fine men in black suits.
Some lawyer that Disney has hired, and they'll send him over to do like some giant claim. I don't know.
Because, what is it? The official title is like Storm Area 51. They can't stop us all.
Aren't they all calling themselves stormtroopers?
I do it. Oh, here's the deal.
That's why Disney got
It's the government. Yeah, they can stop y'all.
I mean, they can say, that it's legal for us to use deadly force because it's legal for them to use deadly force.
They have those signs that say, hey, if you go past this sign, we can shoot you.
Hey, I can drive, 40 minutes from my house and go to Fort Knox, which is right there off the highway, and I can take a picture of that sign and send it to anybody. It'll probably be the same signs they have posted there. Because they'll shoot you in the face.
All I know is it's supposed to be 3 a.m. or something like that is their launch time.
The witching hour.
And they say it is going to be streaming. I think I might have to be up for that.
That sounds like that could be a party.
Because even if 1.7 million are saying they're going to do it, automatically cut that to like
a third,
easy. Even.
And then take out half for people that just decided to eat in or stay in and eat pizza that day.
Because 3/4 of those people are just doing it for fun.
Yeah.
And then half of those 3/4 people don't have any intention of going anywhere near Area 51. So really, at the end of the day, if this happens, 20 people are going to show up.
Yeah. And I honestly think that nobody's going to die from this because the government will have already got set up for containment.
Tasers
and restraining and, threats of jail. It'd be long before they get near Area 51.
No, they won't get any. They won't. They nowhere near. Because first of all, it's in the middle of the freaking desert.
Yes.
They can see you coming for 3,000 miles.
And they will.
They'll use one of those like taser shooting drones they've got.
Well, they'll probably just send a UFO out to neutralize everybody with one of those
tranquilizer darts,
ultrasonic rays, or a transporter, or I don't know. What's that other thing? Their butt probe device they have.
Butt probe device.
Yeah, it comes down and does a quick butt probe and you pass out.
BPD.
Mm-hmm. Yep, butt probe device.
I think they have those.
Version 2.7. It's the 0.7 because of the length.
Nice. They did research on that, huh?
They did.
So what you're saying is you're not going? You don't have any plans of storming Area 51?
I've had enough internal damage. I don't need any more.
But yeah, just looking at all the memes that are coming out of this and like just all the people trying to actually make coherent arguments about this.
Yeah.
It is kind of fun. The people that say, oh, they would never shoot anybody because you would start a civil war. No, it's the government. If you get on their property...
Do you know how many people have lost their homes and stuff because the government's just claimed it for government property?
Yeah, they just say, hey, guess what? This is mine now.
Yeah, the state park, we needed to extend it another mile, so you got to go. How many little towns have just turned into nothing in the middle of a park somewhere because the government said we're taking it? So no.
Well, and you got to think, they've given them what? This started a couple weeks ago at least, so beginning of July, let's say. So they've given them almost 3 months to where even if they took this serious, that they could move stuff.
I'm really surprised that people haven't started getting letters that have been singled out so they're going about terroristic threats.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to storm a military base is considered a terroristic threat.
Exactly.
You could go to federal prison,
Yes, you could.
Federal prison. Yeah. I don't know. I figure it'll get nipped well before it ever happens. But
nothing's going to...
Yeah. I'm more concerned about drug-crazed animals.
You mean meth hogs?
No. They know how to add. The other ones that are all hopped up on the drugs.
That's right. The other breaking news story that made us come out of semi-retirement.
Uh-huh.
Saw this one the other day. Chad and I immediately thought we have to do a show.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this was actually, this is on NBC News, so this is legit.
It is.
This isn't from, The Onion or something crazy like that.
Do.
Chad?
Yeah.
Meth-Gators.
Oh,
Tennessee
crap.
police warn flushing drugs could create hyper-aggressive alligators. You thought meth hogs were bad.
Got the shakes. Yeah, meth hogs don't have the teeth the gators have.
Well, the Meth-Gators won't have them long.
That's true.
So it's just that initial wave of them you got to worry about. After a while, it'll just be like, get here.
They've got their cheeks are really sunk in.
A police department in Laredo, Tennessee is asking residents to refrain from flushing drugs, such as methamphetamine, down the toilet to prevent meth-gators. In the Facebook post, the Laredo Police Department wrote that on Saturday, officers executed a search warrant on a home and discovered the occupant trying to flush meth and drug paraphernalia down his toilet. Although the suspect was unsuccessful, the officers used the incident to remind residents of the harm drugs can cause to the environment. And this is a quote. Folks, please don't flush your drugs, okay?
Okay.
Our sewer guys take great pride in releasing water that is cleaner than what was in the creek, but they are not really prepared for meth. The post read, ducks, geese, and other fowl frequent our treatment ponds, and we shudder to think what one all hyped up on meth would do.
Quack. He's addicted to quack.
The post warns that meth could make its way into Shoal Creek, down the Tennessee River in North Alabama, and into the bodies of alligators.
Uh-huh.
Furthermore, if it made it far enough, we could create meth-gators in Shoal Creek and the Tennessee River down in North Alabama, police wrote. They've had enough methed up animals the past few weeks without our help, so if you need to dispose of your drugs, just give us a call and we will make sure they are disposed of in the proper way. And I think I read somewhere that when he said something about we've had enough methed up animals the past week, there was some kind of like legitimate killer bee attack thing going on.
Okay.
Yeah. But Kent Vlient, an alligator biologist and the coordinator of laboratories in the Department of Biology at the University of Florida, said he has never once heard of an alligator on meth. Really?
I mean,
Did
they tell you?
Degree for that. I've worked with alligators for 40 years, and I generally can answer any question someone gives me about them. This one's throwing me for a loop. Vliet, who is not a veterinarian, so see his credentials, whatever, man, said in a study he participated in which gators were dosed with antibiotics, the animal had to be injected with the medication rather than orally fed the drug to see a sustained effect. What's antibiotics? We're
Look,
talking meth. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Can gators suck?
They don't have lips.
Well, I mean, I was wondering, like, what if a gator started to smoke it?
Smoke.
Yeah, like you saw a gator out there.
Wait, I think a gator has the same problem as a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I don't think he could reach his mouth with his little claws. He'd have to lay it somewhere on the ground and come up to it. Get it on the end of a stick stuck in the ground.
Gator made a pipe out of a turtle.
I would guess they might be affected by it, but they tend to not react to drugs in the same way we do, and I don't know if it would take a little or a lot to get an alligator to do something on meth. I think it's a ridiculous notion. If you flush meth, it's going to be diluted. This sounds like the beginning of countless movies.
It does.
The scientist going, oh, it'll never happen, it can't, and the next thing you know, here's this meth gator all hopped up killing people.
Remember Night of the Lepus? Killer bunnies?
Bunny rabbits.
That's right.
Oh, bunnies are cute and cuddly.
I mean, okay, either the gators are aggressive and they try to attack and kill us on a more random basis than they ever did before, which now, the usually gators will run away from you. Or you're standing there in the middle of the night and one walks up through the parking lot and you're oh shit, and he goes, I'll suck your for $1. I mean, but we know he can't suck.
Because he doesn't have lips.
Because he doesn't have lips.
Oh, Chad, hang on here, buddy.
Yeah.
Vliet added that people who are not familiar with gators tend to over-exaggerate their dangers, adding that the reptile does not seek out humans to harm or eat. Not ones that aren't on meth.
I mean...
See, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But, more importantly, the Facebook's post's mention of methed up animals that I mentioned may have been a reference to a caged attack squirrel
Okay.
who was believed to have been given methamphetamine to keep it aggressive. The alleged methed up attack squirrel was discovered during the execution of a search warrant on a suspect believed to possess controlled substances.
That's horrible.
However, officials in the area said there was no safe way to test the squirrel for meth.
That's horrible, but at the same time, I picture Johnny Redneck with a piece of pipe that he loads the squirrel into with like
Rocky!
With like a little spring-loaded platform in the back of it, a trigger, and whenever the cops come, he just launches the squirrel at them, and then they're so scared of this squirrel trying to eat their face off that he escapes.
Methed up attack squirrel.
And they find him eaten by a bunch of gators that are now hopped on meth.
I think that should be the name of our new band.
Oh yeah,
Methed up attack squirrel.
Are we just gonna play bagpipes?
Sure.
Okay.
Nose flute.
Kazoo.
But
instead of the chipmunks, it's the
methed up attack squirrel. Christmas time is here.
I don't know.
So
and drugs.
There you go, Chad. Area 51 and Meth-Gators.
Why don't they just storm Area 51 with a bunch of hopped up Meth-Gators?
That
they have a better chance.
They would have, they probably would have a chance then. Because what do you do against a Meth-Gator?
Play Immigrant Song while you're watching the footage.
You watch too much Thor.
Our local radio station had burnt me out on Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
And if it was not for Ragnarok, I could not listen to Led Zeppelin again.
That's right. You come from the land of the ice and snow.
Yep. Hobbits.
There you go, Chad. There's our welcome back show.
Yay. I can tell people are going to stick with us.
Well, and you know where you can go to find out if we do more shows than this.
Maybe, if it's ever updated.
What?
No, go ahead.
Well, the website, we update when there's a show. We never really...
Okay.
We never had the wherewithal to update it unless there was a show.
Cool.
Do you know where that is?
No, Chris, tell me.
normalguys.com.
Awesome.
There'll be shows there.
There you can find out about
things and stuff.
Stuff that's going on, if any. Yeah.
Probably not.
And they can listen to us on, iTunes?
Anywhere you can get a podcast.
SoundCloud.
I think we're there now. Blueberry.
Drop It Like It's Hot.
We're not. No, not Stitcher. We're not cool enough to be on Stitcher.
No, we're not on Stitcher.
Or what's that other big one? That other big
MySpace
radio thing.
I think we're on the music part of MySpace.
Friendster.
Yeah. I think it's somehow.
Napster.
I think it's linked through my IMDb.
What is the one that they advertise all the time that everybody's like, oh, iHeartRadio?
Oh, iHeartRadio.
Yeah, we are not on Stitcher or iHeartRadio.
Well, we need our own radio station for that.
We could.
Let's just start a radio station.
All right.
Pirate radio.
Hey, everybody! It's a cool 78 degrees this morning in town. Yeah.
No, we'll base ours. Ours is pirate radio, based with a pirate theme, and we're WKRP.
Wow.
Yar.
I don't know how to react to that.
Yeah, I know. I'd like to apologize
to everybody.
Out there. It was funny in my head, so I said it.
That's all that counts.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, go to paronormalguys.com. Listen to shows, see some stuff. Chad still updates Facebook with interesting little tidbits of knowledge here and there. And that's just, go to Facebook and type in paranormal guys.
You can do that.
Yeah.
Google.
You
just got to spell it right, though.
Pair.
P-A-I-R.
Like there's two of something. Not like the fruit.
It's all together, too.
Right. Pair. O. The letter O.
O-face.
Just O.
Yeah.
No, not O-H. Just O.
Oh, I said O-face. Not O-H.
Yeah, but O would be O-H.
Oh, well, O.
Just O.
Oh, okay. O.
That's right. Normal.
N-O-R.
M-A-L.
M-A-L.
Guys.
G-U-I-S-E?
No.
No,
not like you're putting on airs.
Like you're in...
And not with a Z. We're not clever like the kids nowadays.
No. Word.
So, pair.
O.
Normal. Guys.
Spelling is fun!
.com.
Okay. Hold on. Before we leave, do you want me to tell you a funny Lita story since we didn't talk about it?
Oh, wait. And Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Facebook and Instagram.
Facebook, Instagram, and paranormalguys.com. William Blanchard.
Musical genius.
Music. William Blanchard soundtrack on Facebook.
Musical genius.
He is.
Yep.
There you go.
Gene St. Jean. Sculptor genius.
Sculpting genius.
I
don't know what that was.
don't know.
Who else?
Creature replica.
Go
there for your action figures.
Action figure
genius. That's right. Seth Breedlove.
Movie
making genius. The
Wait.
Swiss Army knife.
Swiss Army Knife of Talent.
Yeah, there you go.
Swiss Army Knife of Talent.
Callback.
Nick Redfern.
Yeah.
He's probably put out like at least 10 books.
While we were gone, he actually put out an entire library of books.
Set of encyclopedias.
There's a building in Louisville now dedicated to... It's called Where the Nick Redfern Grows.
And it's full of just his books.
It's just his books.
But anyway, yes, interesting Lita story.
Okay, interesting Lita story, real quick.
People have not heard about Lita.
No, but I'll tell you about his adventure, because he's been in Texas for work. So Lita's called me one day to tell me that he found a guy on one of the Facebook groups down there in Texas was just giving away the big G.I. Joe space shuttle. What was it called? Whatever.
Space Shuttle 1.
No, it was like...
Fortress Maximus.
No, that's Transformer. Anyway, there's a giant G.I. Joe space shuttle, things like 2 feet tall, that they put out. And this guy apparently was just giving it away. So Letus calls me. He's like, "Hey, man." I said, "Yeah." He said, I'm going to this guy's house. Said he's just going to give me this giant G.I. Joe space shuttle. And I want to give you the address in case something happens. And I want to tell you what's going on. And then...
in case you care.
And then at this point... he's scared that something's going to happen. When he gets there, he sends me a picture of the license plate numbers.
Like you were going to do something.
Like, I call the Texas Rangers for help. Come get him because, he made a bad decision or not, whatever.
The eyes of the Ranger.
But anyway, it all worked out. It was a very nice gentleman that lives at the address. Apparently he is CEO of some game company or something, has written a book.
GameStop.
And about the collectible action figure game cases from like the figure cases from like the 70s and 80s, like the old Darth Vader cases.
I've got one of those.
Yeah, this guy wrote a hardback book and gave Letus a copy of it.
Does he want to buy it?
No, I don't know. Anyway, but that was my interesting story, because if my good chum Letus had died, it would have been because of some sort of random Facebook journey
G.I.
for
Joe.
a free toy.
Space shuttle.
Yeah, a space shuttle. That's my Letus story.
And then I'd have felt bad if we talked about Letus on shows after that.
Why, after he was dead?
Yeah. If he had been brutally murdered after
That's the only way you keep his memory alive.
After a Facebook transaction gone wrong.
Didn't you ever see Coco?
The gorilla?
No, the movie with with
Day
of the Dead movie, where
the guitar and Day of the Dead stuff.
Yeah, the kid's grandma's old and senile, and she's forgetting her dad, and he's dead.
And the one guy wasn't his dad, but he killed his dad.
Yeah. Coco.
Yeah, Coco.
We have to Coco Letus.
Got to keep a picture and talk about him.
Yeah, we got to have
so he doesn't fade away.
That's right.
Wow. Mm-hmm. So there's your Letus story for the year.
Letus Adventures.
Do.
Mm-hmm. All right, buddy.
But now you know.
It's half the battle.
It is.
The other half is the potential of being dead in Texas.
Yeah, Texas.
Mm-hmm. Whiskey and funerals.
Wow. So anyway, there you go. There's your yearly installment of Paranormal Guys.
The rambling.
See you next year.
Yep.
Have a paranormal years. No, we'll be back before then.
Yeah, we'll try to get back on a regular schedule. Chris has got a vacation coming up though,
We'll
right?
get us some Metamucil and we'll get regular again.
Yeah, we'll try.
Yeah, we're going to Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything
Oh,
paranormal
Dog
related?
Man.
Michigan Dog Man? Isn't that right?
It's Wisconsin.
Oh, okay.
I think.
You sure?
If anybody wants to dispute that and set us right, send us an email. Where would they send that email, Chad?
They would send that to the guys at paranormalguys.com.
I'm impressed.
You should be.
You remembered that.
It's better than being depressed.
It is. So
All
yeah,
right.
yeah. Send us an email about stuff and stories and stuff.
All right, friends. Yeah, send us some stories or something. I'd love to do a show on just people's stories, but I've gotten a scant scattering of stories and
Scat.
yeah, scat. And I'll do a shout out to everybody that does send in a story, and I'll be happy to read them in character voices if you like. Or you can record your story and send it in yourself, and we'll play your story on the air.
We will.
We will.
Mean less editing for me.
That's true. So, to all our friends out there that have still stuck by us and checked in on us once in a while, or posted something on our page, or just send us a picture of their finger, or whatever they do, we appreciate it. Oh, you didn't get that?
So yeah, until next time, good day. How do we do this? I'm Chris.
I'm Chad, and together we're
Here.